thanks, Conor, and everybody for the presentations. Can I just ask you, can you give us background on how the previous Oireachtas committee dealt with the proposal for this framework? And I suppose I'm specifically asking the question because of the proposal that's going to be made by Deputy O'Briens and O'Callaghan to have the committee engage in pre-legislative scrutiny before the framework would proceed to either the Dáil or the Seanad. So did that suggestion ever come up previously? Was there ever a request for it previously? And either way, what will the impact, if any, of that be in terms of progressing the framework? So if you could just give the committee your feedback on that and advice, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Senator. I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of pre-legislative scrutiny on a plan. It's generally something that's done on legislation, and it would have occurred on the Act to which we're working from, the Planning and Development Act 2018. And I understand the last committee would have done PLS on that piece of legislation, and indeed have considered the bill as it went through the Houses, particularly as part of the committee stage. So I've never heard of a PLS on a plan, but I could stand corrected. But even by its very name, it's generally on legislation, and this isn't legislation. It is a plan that has been legislated for through that act. In terms of the timeline that would affect, I think there's two aspects of it. Yes, we will miss our deadline, but we've already missed our deadline as such. That was March 31st last week. However, we are locked, and I use that in the best possible way, into a parliamentary process, which is right and appropriate, and which, as officials of the state, we're here to support. So the Commission, I don't think, will have any issue in terms of us missing our deadline, because each member state has its own parliamentary process that it has to kind of go through, and we don't want to be seen to be circumventing anything at all. Having said that, the PLS are waiting for reports from the committee and all that will no doubt delay unnecessarily, in my view, the publication of this and finalisation of the framework. But I'm a servant of the state, and I will react accordingly to the wishes of the committee and the Oireachtas. But I don't know how much more. No,
that's fine, Conor. That's fine. I appreciate that background. Thank you for that. That's fine, Chair Gormagat.